What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Blu-ray Bandit, back once again with another pawn shop haul video. This is part 2. Part 1 is right there of cheap 4Ks at the pawn shop. Let's go. All right, this is part 2 of buying a bunch of 4Ks at one pawn shop. If you haven't watched part 1, check the link in the description. Let's see what I got. All right, this was a Cash America, the same Cash America from part 1. After buying a bunch, I arrived home, looked at the 4K spoils, and thought, why didn't I just buy them all? So I went back, same day, and just negotiated a price to wipe him completely out of his 4Ks for sale. I ended up paying $127.80 for his remaining 23 titles. That brings them out to roughly $5.55 each. First up, Game of Thrones, the complete first season on 4K. Between the time that I bought the first purchase of 4Ks and the time I came back, with digital code, the pawn shop had actually priced all of the 4Ks. I'm pretty sure most of them are priced at roughly $10 a title. This is the only TV title, but it's a good one. Game of Thrones, the first season, is one of the best seasons of the show. I don't really collect TV on physical media. If I did, it probably would be Game of Thrones, but I think I'd rather find a complete collection in one shot than kind of collect them one by one. So I am planning on reselling this to help pay for some of the titles that I'd prefer to keep. This one sells for roughly $12, so over twice what I bought it for. This one's headed to eBay. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. I think this is the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I don't remember. It's got a little bit of damage right here, a little crack in the case. In fact, I'll probably just pull that off right now. So I'm probably going to have to replace the case. Either that or I will resell it on eBay with the note that the case is cracked. I don't have any extra 4K cases, unfortunately. I could probably get them, but I'm willing to bet this will probably sell for the same price no matter what, or close to it. This one scanned at roughly $11. With digital code. Yeah, we've got the Blu-ray and the 4K Blu-ray in it. I don't remember much about this movie. It's probably my least favorite of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I will not be keeping it. I will be reselling it to help pay for some of the titles I plan on keeping. John Wick, the Keanu Reeves action film, the first in the trilogy. I already own this movie on 4K Blu-ray, so I will be reselling this copy. It sells for roughly $8 on eBay. It's a great action movie. I'm sure you've seen it, and if not, what are you doing? Get to it. Assassin's Creed. What a disappointment of a movie. I enjoy the video game series. I had high hopes for the movie, mostly because Michael Fassbender starred in it, and he typically doesn't have too many stinkers in his filmography. With a supporting cast of Marion Cotillard and Jeremy Irons. Yeah, all the stars seem to be aligning, and yet this one was pretty much a misfire for me. Now, I'll say when I negotiated these, I did not scan them individually because the guy was standing right there. It just didn't seem like the time. I figured if I could get the total amount down, the per title average, I would do okay no matter what. This one actually scanned at roughly $6 for resale on eBay, which is just barely above the average per title price. It's probably because this movie's not very good, I imagine. So I'm not quite sure what to do with it. Maybe I'll put that bad Pirates case on this one and put this good case on the Pirates and then just kind of fire sale this one on eBay. I don't know. I haven't decided quite yet what to do with this. I could sell it and just get my money back, but I don't know. We'll see. I doubt I'll keep it in the collection. Patriots Day, starring Mark Wahlberg with slipcover. This is a thriller loosely based on the Boston bombing incident. I enjoy it. It's kind of a good police procedural with digital code. Yeah, it's a good police procedural FBI investigation type movie. I don't know how else to term it. It's directed by Peter Berg. He also directed Deepwater Horizon and Lone Survivor, also starring Mark Wahlberg. I enjoy this movie. I already own it on Blu-ray. So this will be a 4K upgrade for me. I'll be selling the Blu-ray. Yeah, it's a good one. It's entertaining. I've only seen it once, and I'm glad that my next watch will be on the best format possible. Robin Hood with Slipcase. This movie stars Russell Crowe and Cate Blanchett, directed by Ridley Scott. It's a reboot of the Robin Hood series. I think this came out in the 90s. Original release 2010, according to the tiny text. I've only seen it once. I'm not sure. With digital code. Yeah, I'm not sure it will hold up to a second viewing. I don't have many memories of the first viewing, so it might play as a fresh new movie for me. I'm not quite sure why this movie of all of them gets the 4K treatment when you have classics like Fight Club out there that still have yet to see a 4K release. But regardless, I'm probably going to keep it for the collection. It's scanned at $13. Maybe someday I'll resell it when I get tired of it. But for now, added to the shelf. Ocean's 8, another movie in a series of movies that for some reason this one gets the 4K treatment, but the original Ocean's trilogy doesn't. I don't quite understand that, considering those films are far more popular than this one was. It's probably just because this film was released in the 4K era, so as a new release, it got a 4K release. Hopefully they're working on the original Ocean's trilogy in 4K as well. I'd love to pick that one up someday. No digital code on this one. Got the Blu-ray and the 4K. I'm going to add it to my collection. I do enjoy this movie. It's not the best for sure, but it's fun. I've only seen it once. Can't wait to rewatch it. The Death of Superman with slipcover. This is another one, along with Assassin's Creed, that when I got home and scanned it scanned at roughly $6, which is, again, just slightly above the $5.55 average from this pawn shop haul. Normally, I don't buy titles unless I can at least double my money if I plan on selling it, and this is one of the titles that I planned on selling. So I probably won't double my money. I probably will, with digital code, I probably will get my money back at minimum. I really have no interest in this animated film. I haven't really heard anything about it, whether it's any good. If you've seen it and you think I should keep it, leave a comment below. But for now, I'm not quite sure what to do with it. I'll probably just sell it and get my money back for it. At minimum, it gave me another title to add to the total to kind of drive down the per title price. Probably reselling. Marvel's Avengers with slipcover. This is the first Avengers movie, the one that started it all. This is the Cinematic Universe edition, whatever the heck that means. I enjoy this along with everybody else on the rest of the planet who watches the MCU movies. With digital code. You got the Blu-ray, you got the 4K. There's not much to say about the Avengers. You watch it now, it kind of feels like a small movie compared to where they landed with Endgame and Infinity War, but it's still a good one, especially when you watch the movies in sequence. This is an upgrade for me. I will be keeping it and selling my Blu-ray copy. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with slipcover. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and Volume 2 are two of my favorite MCU films. I love them. They're so different. They're so wacky. James Gunn is a big reason for that. I like the movies he made before he stepped into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I was super excited when they invited him back to do Volume 3. Can't wait for that one as well. With digital code, and also it looks like a poster of sorts. Some kind of poster. I don't know what this is, but I will be leaving it in there. Probably not putting it up on my wall. Anyway. Blu-ray and 4K. This is an upgrade for me. I already own all of the Marvel films on Blu-ray. So I will be selling my copy of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and replacing it with this 4K with poster that I'm never going to hang up. Yeah. If you haven't seen Super, it's another superhero movie directed by James Gunn. It's very different from this movie, but if you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm actually on the hunt for Super on Blu-ray. I'll find it someday. Oh yes, I will. Thor Ragnarok with digital code. Yeah, this is the best Thor movie for sure. I enjoy it. It kind of turned the Thor franchise into a comedy, pretty wacky for sure, and very funny thanks to the comedic touch of Taika Waititi. I liked it quite a bit. It's a great reinvention of a character that already had two movies that are perfectly fine superhero movies, but this one just kind of rose above what those two had initially set up. I'm excited that this is one of the titles I'm adding to the collection with a 4K upgrade, keeping Thor Ragnarok. Black Panther, another MCU movie, another one that I enjoy and I'm excited to upgrade from Blu-ray to 4K. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I'm curious to see what they do with the next one without him. Oh, with digital code, but without the normal Blu-ray. Again, I'm really after the 4K, so it's really not a big deal. I would have liked for it to be a complete set. I also didn't disc check these when I bought them. I think I was in such a fever to get my hands on all of them that I didn't do the full disc vetting process. But that's okay. As long as the 4K is in here, I'm fine with it, upgrading and selling my Blu-ray copy. And the last MCU movie for this lot, Avengers Infinity War in 4K, no slipcover, which is unfortunate because this one could have used one. Like the case is just absolutely destroyed back here. It doesn't look like it's actually affected the insert any, like that looks clean, but the case itself definitely needs a replacement. Maybe I need to just go on Amazon and buy like 5 4K cases just for this situation. I enjoy Infinity War. Endgame, I think, is a better movie, but Infinity War is definitely the second best Avengers movie. Again, another title that's missing the Blu-ray, but the 4K is here. That's what's important. Selling my Blu-ray and keeping this 4K as an upgrade. Jurassic Park in 4K. This is the 25th anniversary edition, or collection, rather. This is the first 4 Jurassic Park movies. Jurassic Park, The Lost World: Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic World. All 4 of them are contained in this digibook collection format. It's in very good condition. Yeah, so this contains all of them, as well as lots of bonus features. Love Jurassic Park. Love the series as well, even though the first couple films are the better of all of them. And the most recent one, the 5th, which is not in this collection, is pretty awful. Either way, I'm excited to own all of them in 4K. Next up, we've got all 3 of the X-Men, kind of the new generation films, the first class generation on 4K. When doing the price estimation on these, I noticed that the UPCs had been covered up. That's normally a sign that this is a collection that just doesn't have its outer box. It's called the X-Men Beginnings Collection, and it sells for an estimated $39 on eBay. I do not own these films on Blu-ray or 4K, so it's an addition to the collection. I don't know why I didn't buy it in my first 4K Blu-ray purchase, the one as seen in part 1 of this video, because I do need these titles, and at these prices, I shouldn't have passed it up the first time, adding to the collection. And finally, X-Men: The 3-Film Collection. This is the original X-Men films from the 2000s, all 3 of them in one nice, neat little space-saving collection. I enjoy these movies as popcorn fare. I did not own them on Blu-ray, so I'm excited to add them to the comic book movie collection and to have them in 4K. There's a separate disc for each of them, as well as a couple of bonus special feature discs. This one scanned at roughly $30, and I'm going to add it to the collection. All right, there we go. 23 titles, all of them 4K. Total cost of $127.80. Average per title price of $5.55. Total estimated value of $235 for this 4K haul. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for your best shot at a free digital code. I'm thinking I'm back. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, bye.